What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Artisan MC, coming back at you with another live stream. Fastest live stream west of Mississippi. This makes me laugh every time I say that shit. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. Off one time clock and on another one. So I did something really stupid last night. I couldn't sleep. So from the time I got off the stream yesterday, I was sitting in the old room and jerking off my PS5 because I had time. And I stayed up until 5 o'clock this morning playing the Division 2, trying to get back everything I lost while I was doing some inventory management. And by 5 a.m., I still hadn't got everything back. That's part of the fun of the game, I guess. But what I didn't remember until about 4 o'clock today, or 4 p.m. today, is that I took or agreed to cover someone's on-call today. And I'm supposed to be on call tomorrow as well. So that means today I am operating on 2 hours of sleep. I slept from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. and got up and started my day. Some say that's crazy. It is what the fuck it is. It's not necessarily healthy. But had I remembered at the time that I had scheduled to be on call tonight, I would have forced myself to go to bed, even though I couldn't sleep, because I slept all Saturday. Somebody who does about 4 hours of sleep, 4 or 5 hours of sleep a day, if I sleep more than that, I can't sleep the next day. It just throws me completely off. So, because I only slept 2 hours and I got in a little bit of a fog, I forgot all my regular stuff that I take with me to work, like my laptop bag, my little jump bag, some clothes and stuff in it. Now I got to drive home to get all of that stuff and come back because I'll be staying at work for the next day or so because I'm on call 3 days this week. So I don't even think the Wednesday that I'm not on call, I might not even go home that day. I might just stay. Which means I went to the grocery store this week, or yesterday, I should have grabbed some groceries for the work fridge so I can cook it up there. It hasn't been, I'm not running on fumes. I'm being careful, but I'm not running on fumes, actually. I got my second win. I slept a long time Saturday. Could not stay awake. We are right now because it went from cold this morning to warm. But right now it's like 67. It's lower than that this morning. So I thought while I was driving back to go get the stuff that I forgot, I'd talk to you guys about some of the news that I was reading through. And shout out to the Malika B. Bang, my cinephilic brother, sent me the article about the Marvel shutdown going on right now. I didn't finish reading the rest of the article. I only got a paragraph in because I had to get on the road. But what I think is happening with the shutdown is what I've heard about the other movies going on is the writer's strike. Writer's strike is what's going to start stopping everything. So when you start hearing, next couple of weeks and stuff like that, you hear studios not doing anything. They're not making no TV shows. They're not making no movies right now. Everybody's on phones. That's what it means. There are no writers working right now, so nothing is being worked. At least no writing work is being done. What the hell is this? Oh, fucking traffic. What the fuck? What the fuck? I do not want to sit in traffic. No, I do not. Long call. I can't afford to sit in traffic. Please tell me they're going all the way up 80. Sorry, you guys. I just hit a whole standstill right before my exit, and I'm hoping and praying they are not going my way. That they are going straight and not taking my exit. Because that little road don't have many exits. And I'll be stuck on that bitch for a while. Anyway, to the article Micah sent me, that's what it is. Is that the writer's strike is on. It's been going on for a few days now, maybe a week. So you're gonna see some stuff, starting to cool off. No, I've pretty much stated my views on it. I don't give a shit necessarily. We can get somebody else to write these shows because some of them made me good anyway. So shouldn't stop anything if it's just writing. They worried about finish it, move on. Is that it? Looky loos. That's all. Looky loos. Three semis. Looky loos. Hey, look it up on the news later on. Have a whole other accident. Rubberneck. Anyway, so it's getting close to summer. A lot of the stuff that I want to see is already done. So I'm not worried too much about the writer's strike right now. It's probably why I can have so much venom for it right now. Maybe later on I'll be crying about some stuff that I want to get done because in the back of my mind I'm thinking about like I heard talk about Blade on pause right now because of writer's strike, right? So Blade is on pause. Okay. This also means that House of the Dragon might be on pause. Andor might be on pause unless they were done already. I should say Andor season 2 might be on pause. Anything John and Dave are working on for Star Wars is on pause. Marvel, they needed a damn pause so they can find some decent writing, period. So give them some time to reassess their course of action. So I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Streaming services are good for letting you binge on a bunch of stuff while no new material is coming out. So I'm not worried about it. What they gonna do? sitting back on the stuff that I enjoyed. Tell y'all about that. The other thing I really want to talk about, I actually did a stream for, which is the title of the stream, is I wanted to apologize for yesterday. I did a really good stream, Brother Dr. T.S.I. Johnson. It was a really good stream. Really liked the conversation, liked the flow, liked the topic. Loved it. There's 6 hours in the book. But I turned that stream off and then was listening to the playback, playing it back, listening to it. I noticed something. I noticed that somehow the camera was screwed up. And it wasn't really the camera, it was the internet connection that it was dragging. So the image was all fuzzy of me. That pissed me off. 6 hours, and I listened to the whole stream again, so y'all know why I was up late. I did a 6 hour stream, then turned around and turned it on and listened to it for 6 hours. Or at least 4 hours. I was pissed. Because there was no way for me to know unless I was watching my stream on another screen to see that the video was going out like that. That is upsetting. StreamYard, I like StreamYard for being able to customize it, but they need to do something about that shit. They need to do something about that because that is not the first time I've had a whole stream screwed up for something I couldn't see at the time. And the whole stream is just trash now because of it. But it may not even be their fault. It's probably just where I am in the internet connection in that fucking house. Because I got the range extender and everything, and it's still giving me issues. Still giving me issues. That upset me because that stream, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the conversation. And it's not even worth watching to most people because the video is all screwed up. So I'm apologizing to you guys for it because I should have checked that some kind of way. But also, you guys see stuff like that, tell me. Please tell me. If you see something, you watch it live, and you see something like that that is off, let me know. If you got a $1 super chat, let me know. Because I try to do the best with what I have, work with. No, I haven't bought a really expensive camera or anything like that. I have the camera my daughter bought because I'm sentimental like that. I do. But at the same time, it has to be up to snuff enough for you guys. I want it to seem like I'm recording from a smoke-filled room somewhere. What the fuck? That's so embarrassing, dude. It's so embarrassing. And I'm sure I had like one little bar on the internet meter on StreamYard, and then it disappeared. So I didn't know it was going out like that. I thought I was good. That's about what I usually have. But it's so weird is that the only thing that wasn't distorted because of a latency or whatever it was issue was the voice. Audio was fine. Just the video was garbage. God. So weird. So weird because you think it's the same signal going out over the same line. You having that same problem should be affecting both of them, shouldn't it? But it didn't. Mercury retrograde, baby. Good. Man of my existence. I was having a good time too. I was having a really good time on that stream. I will never probably watch it again now. Never. Because it looks like shit. I likened it to reading a comic book. The story was awesome, but the art was garbage. I will never read that book again. I will rely on my memory and never read that book again because the art is that damn atrocious. That's how I felt about that film. When I'm watching the playback, I'm like, what the heck is going on? What is that? Oh my God. And here's the messed up part. Here's the messed up part about it. I can't even edit it on YouTube. You know why? 6 hours long. It's too long for YouTube Studio. They won't let you edit it. And because it's too long, that's what she said, they also will not let me trim off the music I played at the beginning and the end. So they demonetize the motherfucker too. God damn it, dude. What the fuck? Like, always something. Always something. Always something. So it's demonetized. On top of it. So I can't edit the music off. Unless I try to pull it off of YouTube. Here's the thing. Once a live goes out, your views are onto that live. And what I find is very difficult to get the same number of views for the same live after you pull it down and put it back up. People say, "Oh, I've seen this already. Never mind." That's the catch-22. It's like you want to take it down to edit some stuff, but if you take it down, you just lost all those views in the algorithm. You can put it back up, but you're really dependent on your fan base to give those same views again for something they've already seen. No, end up going double wood. So that's the tough part. That's the tough part. Yeah, like you can't win for losing. It is what it is. I mean, look, if I was really a better YouTube business person, I would take that stuff a lot more seriously than I do. I want it to be better, but I do not pour time and intensity to make it top notch. To build a whole studio in the house just to have it, just live. I'm not a full time YouTuber like that. I don't get those kind of views either. Maybe I would if I did it, but I ain't got time for that right now. Yeah, Aaron, I'm not gonna beat myself up too much about it. It was a great stream. I mean, it sounds awesome on audio. If you end up listening to podcasts or like Toya says she does with the live stream anyway, just listening to it in the background. She ain't looking at nobody. Just listening to it. Make a good podcast. Makes an awesome podcast. It is what it is. I just want to apologize to you guys about that. Letting you know I saw it. I saw it. And yeah, my bad. I think the next time live stream from home, I have to bring up a little stepper window. I don't usually try to overburden the Wi-Fi because we're having such a damn hard time with getting a good, strong signal. Where my room is and where the router is. I can't move the router. So that's pissing me off. Not really feasible where it is to run a hard line from one side of the house to the other. So I have to wait until make that transition to the next plane of existence. Not the dead way, but to have better internet. But that's what it is. The other part I want to say, yeah, that's what counts for like. I agree. That it was awesome. That's what counts. It was awesome. And that is what counts. Just stream made for radio, but it was on a visual platform. Right. The other thing I read earlier this morning, I shared it with Malika, was this article about how Disney Dining, whatever, is kind of taking a step back from The Rock, cutting their ties from Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Why, pray tell? What up, Ilongo? Why are they doing it? Because The Rock is named in a $3 billion lawsuit. Yeah, you heard it right. A $3 billion lawsuit that I'm assuming it's the woman who used to work at the WWE has filed against him and some government agencies and some other people, a whole enchilada of people on that bench for kidnapping and some other shit. Conspiracy to kidnap, I don't know, some shit. But because The Rock is named in that, and he's the biggest name in there, outside of the FBI and some Texas fucking child services division, some BS. Disney like, no, we're gonna fall back on you, Dwayne. Just let's see how this legal stuff works out. What? Can't do the angry man what? What? I can't do that shit. That shit is funny as hell too. So they falling back on The Rock. Disney falling back on The Rock. All the money they had made with this motherfucker, they falling back on because his name popped up in the lawsuit. That's crazy. Now, details of this lawsuit that has to do with some kids being kidnapped and moved somewhere else or some shit. It sounds like a frivolous case to me, and that, you know, the lawyer threw all those names in there just to get somebody. I mean, how do you implicate the FBI in a kidnapping case? How do you implicate the FBI or charge them as well in a kidnapping case? You mean the FBI was working with The Rock to snatch your kids and we don't even know who the hell you are? These ain't no billionaire debutantes. What are we talking about? So I don't know. It sounds like some crazy, ridiculous stuff. And his name was the biggest one in there, so they're going to latch onto that one and ride it till the wheels fall off. But when I read that article and looked at it, because You couldn't share the article. Could not share the article, which I found really weird because it came up on one of my news apps, right? And I usually can share those. This article I couldn't share. Wouldn't let me share it. Like, what is that about? Right? So I had to take a screenshot. But at the same time, it feeds into this thing I was telling you guys about how Hollywood has been treating The Rock since that Black Adam movie. They've been really beating the war drum like they tired of Rock now for some reason. And I was telling you guys, even after Black Adam, like, what the heck is up? It's like they just, all of a sudden, they don't like his ass no more. What is that about? What is that about? This seems like more of that shit. Seems like more of it. Because the lawsuit says it's implicating The Rock for the time when he was in the WWE. Like, ain't that been a while ago? Bitch, what is you talking about? Why would he be involved with snatching kids? Don't he got a bunch of them of his own? Kidnapping your children? The way the article reads, the woman got arrested for some shit. You know, came to her house, snatched her up, pulled her out the house or whatever. And then I guess the kids were taken somewhere. I'm like, what kind of silly shit is this? So you suing? It don't make no sense. The other part that don't make no sense is the amount. $1 billion? Who the fuck do you think your kids are? I love my kids to death. Bringing a lawsuit against somebody for kidnapping, I don't think it would reach $1 billion. Not even one. Not even half. Yeah, Beastly, what's up? Yeah, it's a wrestler. I don't know if she a B-dub or not. I don't know who the hell she is. Apparently she in TNA right now, wrestling. I'm like, who is this bitch? And what is this? Yeah, Malika. It's another way to get at him for that flex. And that's what I was looking at it as. I was like, how Rock keep his shit clean? He keep way clean. How the hell his name get mixed up in some $1 billion kidnapping lawsuit? Get the fuck out of here. And all the people this woman is naming in this suit, it's like, how are you going to sue these agencies, these government agencies? More than one? How does that even work? What are you talking about? What are the details? I need to know the details. Did your kids end up in foster care and shuffled around or some shit? And that's why you trying to, say it's all these people's fault? And how did you arrive at the number of $1 billion? You obviously not no top name wrestler because I don't even know who the hell you are. So what makes you think this is worth $1 billion? Not just $1 billion. Like, what is it, 3? Bitch, you crazy. What the fuck? So it just seems like a smear. To me, it just seems like a smear. Because since The Rock is the only named wrestler, anybody that you would know in there, his name is going to be at the top of every byline about this fucking case. Before the FBI, child services, and all the rest of that shit. Before them, his name's going to be there. You know how much you worth? Between movies and XFL and all that stuff he got with Danny, his ex-wife, Rock worth some dough. You fucking up his brand, his money. Oh no. Dude, that is the franchise marquee player right there. You trying to tarnish the crown. So I don't know all the details of this shit. It just seems really goofy to me. Just seems really goofy. Just to put his name in it. But because it's out there, Disney doing Michael Jackson, they moonwalk, they gonna backside. But here's the other thing I look at it as: it's a trial balloon. It's a trial balloon because they still trying to figure out how they gonna, you know, flip the Jonathan Major situation. Cause they ain't walked away yet. Ain't walked away yet. Ain't heard nothing yet. As far as I know, what is today, the 8th? I think Jonathan Major's case was today. I think his case was today. If not today, tomorrow. Because it was either the 8th or the 9th. I couldn't remember which one it was right now. But it was either the 8th or the 9th that he had to go to a trial for a case that the alleged victim recanted, and the district attorney hadn't decided if they wanted to charge or not, because they still got their finger up in the air waiting to see what the masses want. They can score some political points somewhere or something. So I don't know what's going on with that shit. But I can tell you this. If they're going to backslide away from the rock, if they get a whiff of anything, Jonathan Majors ain't got a chance. He ain't got a chance. $154,000. The Rock has made them more money than Jonathan Majors ever had. Even on the crappy movies, he made them a bunch of money. The next things that they got coming up, like the live action Moana and stuff like that they talked about during the Disney investors call, there's a lot of money on the table to be made with The Rock and Disney. They taking a little back step. That is fucked up. Somebody gonna need their ass whooped for real. And I wouldn't even say, Malika, that The Rock is getting his nigga wake up call. I wouldn't say that because The Rock has been broke before. He been got his nigga wake up call. He got his nigga wake up call when he was in Miami playing football, and ended up having to take his ass all the way up to Canada to still play, sleeping on maggoty mattresses and shit like that. Yeah, I read his book. He didn't have a wake up call. That's why he goes so fucking hard. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, she fucking up the Church of the People's Champs money and reputation. Guard your reputation. Because these fools out here really just trying to run people through the ringer for accusations. No proof. Nothing substantiated. They just whispering and saying shit. So I wouldn't say he get his wake up call, but look, some people is really apparently pissed off with him because he said the balance of power was going to shift, and he went out there and tried to make some shit happen without going through the proper Hollywood channels. So y'all acting like he Will Smith or some shit. So I don't know. That is weird to me. Very weird. But I want to mention that to y'all, that because I couldn't share the article, you have to go and try to find it at some other news source or whatever, so you can actually read it yourself and see what's going on. And if somebody Like Beasley seems like he even knows about the legal case. If you got a link for an article, Beasley, about the legal case, send that to me so I can read that, because I will read that. What up, MDM? Mr. Donnie Mack in the building. D Mackin. So what else was there? Is there anything else? No, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and go in here, get my jump bag and my laptop bag together so I can head back up to work, so I can work this on call. What the fuck? I should just take a shower now. Yeah, I gotta go to the restroom anyway. But I just want to share that with you guys. Let you know. Apologies for the crappy video quality on yesterday's stream. Um, if you hear about any TV shows, late night television, movies, or anything being on pause, don't panic. It's a writer's strike. All that stuff is going to pause. It's going to stop. They're going to hold in place until they get what the hell they want or somewhere close to it. I say keep moving on without a lot of them, because they were sucking anyway. So, um, yeah, that's just me. But y'all have a good night, and I'm gonna get out of here. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell if you feel so inclined, and support the stream if you feel like you want to drop a couple dollars. Appreciate y'all for showing up, and I will see you next time. Peace. No sleep till. Dun, 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 dun.